Jared, almost 2 weeks into pre-season now, how would you assess the lads at the moment?
Yeah, it's been brilliant, like a really good start. The way the lads came back at the beginning has really allowed us to kick on to the levels that we wanted. Over the off-season we gave them some watches to monitor what they were doing with the off-season programmes, and then we actually had 2 in-season testing days that they had to come in for. We were off for 7 weeks, so we just wanted to check on their general fitness and conditioning levels, a bit of strength work in the gym, and I think that gave us like a really good base for them to come back into. Then over like the first few days we just did the general things in terms of testing, monitoring, and that allowed us to get a picture for where they're at. And to be honest, yeah, they've come back really well. They're a group that have bought into it, and at a level that allows us to get to where we want to be really quickly. So,
I know different sports personnel do things differently. You have your way of doing things. What do you expect from the players over this week, especially in the Netherlands?
Yeah, I think like these weeks are our bread and butter really. Like it gives us a week to get really involved with them. Obviously, we're around each other socially as well, and that's a big part of our philosophy, getting the group together. And then we take that out onto the pitch for training in the gym. So it's been really good to spend a bit more in contact time with the boys. But from a sports science point of view, we do a lot of conditioning work in these weeks. We try and build that into the football as much as possible. We do a lot of strength work in the gym, and then just from a planning point of view, really like the gaffer, he listens to what we want as a sports science department. Obviously, I've got Rob Fox and Joel Dawson working with me. So a really strong department, and that just allows us to get the boys up to speed during this week. With it being so together, it just allows us to get that really top drawer working. So it's been good.
And a lot of the work appears to be done with the ball. Are the days gone of trekking up hills, or is it just a variance of different?
I think for us that's a big part of our philosophy and trying to build the conditioning work into the football. We use small-sided games, variations on possessions, and with coaches like Joaquin, Rory, Paul, that allows us, we have really good close contact with them. They listen to us, and obviously like we use the GPS units, the heart rates to track what the lads are doing, give that feedback to the coaches, and then they're responsive to that, and we tailor the sessions to what we want out of them from a fitness point of view, but try and incorporate the football as much as possible. So it's very multifaceted, and they're getting ultimate, we like to call it bang for their buck, so that not only are they going off and doing a non-specific running session, but the distances they're covering, the intensities that they're working at are all specific to what they're going to go and do over the course of a championship season. So yeah, I think from our point of view, those sort of running style drills have gone out the window a little bit, and we focus on the football work. So the lads seem to enjoy that. We've had good feedback from them, and yes, it's enjoyable for us, enjoyable for them. So,
but that intensity, it's certainly still there.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think for me, it's very dependent on the coaches you got and you work with, and these guys are superb. And then the way that the players buy into it as well, and they demand from themselves. Us as a coaching staff with the gaffer and those guys, we demand from them heavily. We set an expectation of what we look to achieve, what we want to achieve. So the lads have bought into that really well, and yes, it's going really well so far.
I know pre-season it's structured meticulously. Every day is planned well in advance. The manager said that. What do you expect from the players when you reach that first game of the season?
Yeah, for me, we want to hit the ground running. You know, like that's my philosophy on it. Is that come that first game against QPR, we're going to be at a real good physical level. Everything that we would have covered throughout the pre-season will be expected in that game. So yeah, we want to hit the ground running. But for us, it's about continuing that over the course of the season. There'll be different elements that are entailed within that season. There's going to be times where there's congested fixtures, and from my point of view, from my experience, that then goes into a bit more of a freshness versus a fitness. But yeah, like everything that we incorporate into this pre-season, the lads are going to have to do throughout the course of the championship season. So should be well up to speed with it, and we'll continue that throughout the course of the season, hopefully.
And there's additional pressure with the manager liking such a small, tight-knit group. You don't want to be losing players through injuries. Yeah,
of course. I think that's, again, from a sports science point of view, that's something we pride ourselves heavily on, is our availability rates, making sure that the lads are recovering optimally, but then also all of those players that are incorporated within that tight-knit group have a real good fitness level, that they can robustly, get that intensive work throughout the course of the season. But yeah, again, we have loads of monitoring systems, so heart rate, GPS. The lads do questionnaires daily throughout the course of the season. Again, we pride ourselves on getting to know the lads and being tight with them, so when they can communicate with us when they need a bit of rest, when they need a bit of work. We've got real good characters within the group, so we know who we listen to, and yeah, like you say, we need to make sure that that tight-knit group is available as much as possible. So
you need that honesty between yourself and the players as well if they do need a
yeah,
rest.
definitely. But like I say, like we've got a really good group now. Something that the gaffer's obviously worked on hard over the summer, along with the coaching staff, and yeah, we feel like we've got a really good group. The feedback that we're getting from the lads is good, and we've got a strong core. We've got a good bit of experience in there, but we've got some fresh faces. But hopefully we can educate them and get the best out of them ultimately.
So it is a re-education. That's what it's been for the past 5 or 6 months, hasn't it? For all
yeah,
of
of course. Like a lot of that, again, is multifaceted. It's tactical, it's technical stuff, physical, and within the physical, which is obviously more my bag, it's educating them on recovery strategies, which incorporates nutrition, lifestyle, hydration, sleep, getting off their feet in between sessions, so that when they come into the building, they're able to do what we ask of them. But again, we listen to them. We've got, like I say, all those monitoring strategies that really give us quite an enhanced picture of where they're at, where the lads are at on a daily basis, and we know when we can push them. We know when we need to step back a little bit, and via their feedback on top of that, it works quite nicely. And through experience, it's worked well the last few years. So.
For the lads who've been here with you since January when you first arrived, it's a huge load they're taking on, isn't it? They're learning new philosophies from the manager, they're re-educating themselves in terms of the work that you're doing. It's a lot of work that they have to
Yeah, it is. It's full on for them. It's like you say, it really is an education. You know, it's like being back at school, and they've got to be switched on to everything that we want to do. And then again, like that's what we want from our sessions. Like, there's everything we do has a multi-purpose. You know, like whether it's a fitness and conditioning day, still the principles of how we want to play, all those tactical elements, all those technical elements. So it's a really all-encompassing programme, and that's the way we like to do it. We've had good results with it in the past, and yeah, again, like we've got a good team of coaching staff, we've got a good team of players, and like you say, the ones that have been here since January have been brilliant, have bought into it. The new additions have been quality as well. Like a couple of lads that I've worked with before that just buy into it, and that's why they're here. You know, they've worked with a gaffer before, so the sort of characters that we want, and they're just adding to the group, and yeah, we're in a real good place at the moment, so long may it continue.
Yeah, and you know the manager as well as anybody. How's he been over the past few weeks?
Yeah, it's good. I'm actually sharing a room with him out here this week, so it's very close contact. We wanted that from the players, so the staff have gone down that route as well, just to get a bit more team bonding, a bit of cohesion within the group. But yeah, like obviously, like you said, I've known the gaffer a long time now, and it's been challenging in parts. But we're both so hungry for it. Everyone within the team that we've got here, they wouldn't be here, you know, if they weren't. We're hungry for success. We'll do the work that it takes to get there. Very passionate about what we do. We always say it's not a job, it's a lifestyle, you know, and that's the way that we see it. We get in early, we work hard, we leave late, and that's what we want to achieve. So hopefully that hard work will pay off this season, you know.
And your formulas are tried and trusted, but there's always room for improvement.
Yeah, absolutely. I always say that, like, we know what we want to do, we know how we work, we know what we want to achieve, but within that, there's going to be learning curves. There's going to be things that we haven't done, things that we haven't experienced, and we want to get better from that. So everything, like myself, like I say, I've got two lads in Joel and Rob. They bring real good experience to the department, you know, and I'd be foolish not to listen to them and learn from their experiences, and that's the way that we work. We're hungry, like we want to get better. So we'll listen to the players, we'll listen to the coaches that are here already, and like you say, our formulas are tried and tested, but there's always room for improvement, and we're willing to do that, you know.